Teresa, this is Douglas.
Hello, Douglas. Hi.
He's 14 years old.
Oh.
He's a rescue from the pound.
Oh, wow. I wonder if he's going to join us today.
You wanna? Well,
Yeah,
listen,
might.
you know what I love about you? One, you always show up. Look at Teresa
you.
Caputo dressing up for us.
Well, listen, I'm coming to meet the best today. I have to bring it.
We love you. And we also love that we literally don't know what's going to happen when you come here.
Exactly.
And do you know? Do you have a sense?
Never know. Every reading, every live show, I never know what's going to happen.
Wow.
Well, I think Douglas is wiping off my spray tan. I mean, this is a real show, right? This is what happens, right? Let's be real.
Yeah.
So if I get up and start reading the audience and you see a white spot on my knee, it's Douglas's fault.
Douglas, come.
No, I love that. I mean, look at that. I mean, come on.
I know, he's so sweet. And by the way,
so
he really
sweet.
doesn't do that with everybody. Now, how do you preserve yourself? How do you refill your own battery?
Well, I just try to take care of myself like everyone else, even if you're just
How?
empathic. You know, even if you're just empathic, that takes a toll on you.
Yes.
You know, of people draining your energy. I try to eat well, get a lot of sleep, which I did not last night, but I spend like at least 2 hours a day in the gym.
Oh,
Just for myself, yeah, and meditation.
Yeah,
You meditate?
I do.
Recently, I was in a meditation, and I had something happen that had never happened before, which is I spoke to my grandfather, who is so important to me. He's such a larger-than-life figure in my little tiny universe. And he turned to me over his shoulder, and I held part of my conversation, and it was the first time I ever spoke to him, and he,
Wow.
I felt, spoke to me without me forcing words into his mouth. They were minimal, they were short, they were quick responses. Do you think that that's meditation, or could it ever really be a connection with him out in the universe?
I thought it was a visitation. So I would consider that a visitation from his soul, showing you that he is still there for you, loving, supporting, and guiding you, and giving you those words of encouragement.
Wow.
So that's how what you're describing is and that's one of the things that I want people to know. To believe in an afterlife, to believe that you still have that connection with your own departed loved one. I don't dream of my loved ones that have died. And one of the reasons why I do the work that I do is because I had found out, because I couldn't understand why I was blessed with this gift. Who's going to want to come see a medium? And what I learned is that, unfortunately, no matter who we lose or how we die, we're left with some negative emotions. Maybe sometimes even a burden or a guilt that doesn't give us the ability to heal. So the work that I do is about healing. It's about spirit giving us what we need, not what we want.
I have a question. So his son, my father, John, they're all Johns, we were in Joshua Tree National Monument in California, which is such a spiritual place and was my dad's favorite place. So we went there to spread his ashes. And the night before the ashes ceremony at sunrise, my little bungalow right inside of the National Monument, in the middle of the night, the door opened. And I just sat up in bed and I said, "Dad?" And I mean, when you hear something like that, what do you think?
I think that's spirit getting your attention. That's the souls letting you know that they are present and reminding you that they're with you at that exact moment. I say their little hellos from heaven. My jaw drops every single time I channel spirit.
Well, our jaws drop as well. And I know on your new show, Teresa Caputo, Raising Spirits, you're doing that everywhere, all over. Tell us more about the show.
Oh, my God. I'm so excited to have this amazing opportunity with Lifetime because it takes us a little bit deeper into, behind the scenes of, because I'm always, talking, breaking the fourth wall and dragging my cameraman in, my sound guy, and it's just, and then all over the world. They're following me all over the country, so you're getting a real look at behind the scenes of what it's like when I'm on the road, and it really is to do this kind of work is such an honor and a privilege.
Well, and it's so emotional too for everybody who experiences things like that.
Yes.
I know you're feeling things right now, right? You're having.
Could you tell? I'm trying to hold it back. Well, you just gave me an idea, which is what I never ever thought is I've just had such a yearning my whole life for family, and all of a sudden when you talked about how somebody could be waiting for them on the other side, that maybe that is when I'll be with my family, you know, because they died all before I was born, and I never pictured them being there. So that was really exciting.
Well, to give you a little insight on that, I talk about my first soul that I saw went from 4, and I used to see this woman standing at the end of my bed every night. And it wasn't until I was later in my 20s, I see this picture in my grandmother's house, and I'm like, Gram, who is this woman? And she's like, that's my mom. And I'm like, that's the woman that used to stand at the end of my bed at night. And I never met her. She had passed away a year or 2 before I was born.
Does that bring you comfort? What does that
It does.
And, you know, like, I sit here and I talk to you about this, like, this is what happens to me. And I sense and feel things constantly. I was just brought through 3 tragedies. So I was tasting a lot of blood, so that's my symbol for tragedy, where someone passed from a lot of blood at the departure and or internal injuries. Then I was hit in the back of the head, and then when I looked at you, I felt the restriction in the chest, or not being able to swallow or communicate in the end. And I had a lot of difficulty breathing. Do you understand that?